Hello and welcome to our studio vlog. If this is your first time here, my name's Heather. I'm the owner of Charming Chapters and I create colorful, cute, fun bookish merch for all you readers out there. It is going to be a busy week. Over the weekend, we had a spring kind of cleaning sale. We did a super second sale. So when we have items that are flawed, they arrive just slightly damaged, but they're still in good usable condition. We still like to hang on to them. So I don't like wasting anything. So we save them and then we have a big sale a couple times a year. So that was this last weekend. And then we also did something new called Oops Scoops. So we did little Easter eggs and we did different scoops for $10. You could get 5 eggs. And in those eggs, they had different items that were seconds or discontinued. So those went really well. We have a lot of those to pack up. We sold a lot of book sleeves, bookmarks, different things. So we're going to be prepping material and foam for those book sleeves and sewing those this week. We're going to be packing orders. I also need to do some paperwork this week. My quarterly taxes are due at the end of the month. So I'll be working on that as well. But yeah, it's going to be another fun, busy week. And I hope you guys are excited too. It's always fun seeing what everybody orders, the different prints, the different colors. It looks like over the weekend we got a lot of the library card sleeves. Those have been so popular. You can tell there's bookish events coming up. A lot of people like to take those to book signings. So I think we had probably at least 10 of those. So we're going to be sewing a lot of those this week. It's going to be a busy week, so we better get started. All right, so I just finished pulling all of the Oops Scoops, got all those ready. There's actually quite a few more orders ready to pack up than I thought, so I think we're gonna do that next before starting on book sleeves. I think there's probably 6 or 7 orders that we can pack up, so let's do that real quick before we work on the book sleeves. so done packing all those orders. I did film all of them. My poor phone is going to die here. So I'm gonna let it charge on my laptop, and I'm gonna start making a list of all the book sleeves that we have sold over the weekend here. That way I know what sizes foam we need to cut and then what colors of inside lining we need. So we'll do that while my phone is charging here. All right, so phone's still charging. We're only about half charged. I'm just working on cutting a little bit of foam right now. We'll probably save the fabric for the book sleeves for tomorrow, just since I don't have a lot of room on my phone and battery charging for the rest of the day. But I just opened up the windows. It is so nice. I don't know if you can hear the birds. They are so loud. That is definitely one of the pros about living out in the country, just all of the wildlife. I love hearing the birds. I'm really excited to start a garden here this summer too. So, but yeah, that's probably it for today. Like I said, not a whole lot gonna be happening the rest of the day. So we'll just catch you tomorrow and we'll work on those book sleeves. Good morning, friends. It is now Tuesday. As you can see in the last video clip, last night we were busy moving equipment around the farm here. Today it is a gloomy, rainy day. Which is gonna be a good day to stay inside and cut some fabric. Today we need to finish cutting a little bit more foam, as well as cut some inside lining fabric for book sleeves. And then hopefully get to do some little sewing today too. Oh, Luna just came running in here. She wants to say good morning. Hang on. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. She is not a fan of rainy days. She will probably be curled up on her heated blanket here in about 5 minutes time. But yeah, it's gonna be a day working with fabric. So let's get started on all those book sleeves. You can hear the tractor in the background. They are outside feeding the cows right now. But now that we got foam cut, we're gonna work on cutting that inside lining. And we have, I think, probably close to 10 different colors that we need to cut. So we'll do that next. And then we will pull the book sleeves, the outside lining for the book sleeves, and then we'll start clipping everything together. so I just finished sewing for the day. We have a couple orders that we're gonna pack up. They probably won't go to the post office until either tomorrow or Thursday. Just see how the weather is. Today it was kind of gloomy and cold and windy, so I just decided to hang off on going to the post office today. But we'll pack up a couple orders and then we're gonna call it a night. I do need to edit last week's studio vlog so I can get that posted for you guys tomorrow. But yeah, let's get these orders packed. Good morning, friends. It's officially Wednesday. Luna is with me this morning. She just came running in as I was ready to start filming. Say good morning. Yeah. Today we're going to be working on finishing those book sleeves. This morning for just a little bit, I'm going to work on editing last week's studio vlog. I didn't get a chance to do that last night. I had to make up a graphic for our next collection, which is Enchanted Garden. I think I mentioned that either earlier in this vlog or it was definitely last week's vlog. We held a poll on Instagram and you guys voted for Enchanted Garden. So that's gonna be May's theme. That is going to be on Thursday, May 22nd at 12 o'clock noon Central Standard Time. Yeah, I'll take you on the journey of designing and all those products coming in, and I feel you, Luna. She's just not a morning girl, which I totally get. But yeah, we're gonna work on editing last week's vlog here for just a little bit, and then we'll get to work on sewing the rest of those book sleeves. I forgot to mention earlier in the week that I did find some more of my decorations over the weekend. So this is Sparky, our book dragon. He's been on just about everything. We do have acrylic standees of both him and this rose dagger one in the shop right now. They are super cute for putting on your bookshelf. Just adding a little extra color. And then I have my Onyx Storm release pin. And then back in, was it February? Earlier this year, I can't even keep things straight with all the moving. Anyways, Weiss Workshop made these adorable dragons for our Dragon Rider box that we did. It was a special edition one. So they had made this black one and then the matching egg. This is what started it all. This little guy my husband got me for Christmas. So it kind of reminds me, you know, just of the Fourth Wing Crew. But yeah, I did find him. And then this little guy I had found at a local craft shop. I just love the 3D printed stuff. I think they're so cool. But it kind of matches the dragon, you know, vibe with the eyeballs and stuff. And then I did find some candles too over the weekend. Most of these are made by Stephanie over at the Book Nerd Fox. She has made all kinds of stuff for our special edition boxes. I've got quite the collection of hers. I probably have just as many wax melts too. Not gonna lie, I just love her stuff. So definitely make sure you follow her on Instagram. I don't believe that she's on TikTok or YouTube, but she is on Instagram for sure, and she does have an Etsy shop and a website too. So definitely check out all of her stuff. And then I also got my other thread holder hung up this weekend. So long story short, I ordered these from Michael's. I was supposed to get 2 white ones. I ended up getting this white one and a brown one, and they're supposed to send me a new white one, which they sent me replacements, but it definitely was not a thread holder. They were like some under the counter storage for the kitchen. But anyways, I spray painted this and then we got that hung up over the weekend, so can't hardly tell that they sent the wrong one. Oh, and then my new stickers dispenser here. This I got also, which has been really fun to use the last few weeks, so I can just, you know, instead of having them sit all around here. But yeah, I think that's all of the new stuff. I lied. I did find a couple more new things that came in. I've used this over the last few days. It's a taller phone stand. I really like it because you can adjust the head and it's bendable, but it's top heavy. So that kind of stinks. Like when I want to use it against the table or the packing station, I have to make sure it's set up against it because my phone is so heavy that it pulls it over. So only downside to that. And then yesterday I got this little selfie one. Hopefully that'll make things a little easier, you know, for recording, obviously, selfies. Eventually I do want to get one of the self-balancing ones, but those are quite a bit more expensive. So I just got this one for now. Yeah, I think that is officially all of the new stuff that came in over the weekend. So we better get to work on editing that studio vlog. All right, change of plans. My computer was taking forever to download the videos off my phone, so we're gonna work on that later. In the meantime, let's cut a little bit of foam. I didn't get enough cut yesterday for a few of the sleeves that we need, so we'll cut that first, and then we'll get to clipping all of the sleeves together that we're gonna sew today. So I have been wanting to read this book for the longest time, and I figured now was the perfect time with our Enchanted Garden collection. And I tried listening to it yesterday, and for some reason on Audible, it wouldn't play. It was kind of weird. So I had to download it, so we're gonna try again today. But how cute is that? Doesn't that give you Enchanted Garden vibes? I actually have the physical book. I just haven't had time to read it. Where is it here? There it is. Yes, this is what I'm gonna attempt to listen to today. I think it just looks super cute. So maybe it'll give me some inspiration for the next collection. Now that we have all the prep work done, we're gonna get to sewing. So far I'm really liking this audiobook. It's really cute. Not what I was expecting, but in a good way. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep listening to the book and we're gonna get started sewing all of these sleeves. It's a little after 1:30 now. I actually just got back from the post office. We have a little post office that is about 3 miles south of us. I'll have to try and record it next time I go. It's kind of a cute little post office. It's a beautiful drive. Right now there's lots of ducks and stuff. They're getting ready to nest. So I just ran some orders over there real quick. maybe later this week, maybe Friday, I'll make a run to Minot. That's a little bit bigger town, city, if you will. That's where we used to live. We moved about 30 minutes out of the country. So yeah, we're gonna get back to sewing here and try and get some more orders done. I don't know that we're gonna get them all done today, but between today and tomorrow, we should be able to get those done. And then hopefully we can make that trip to Minot on Friday. All right, friends, that is it for today. Little Luna here is getting pretty anxious. She's been really good, just napping and coasting today, but she is ready to play. Yeah, you've been napping all day, huh? See the birds out there? But yeah, tomorrow is Thursday, so we'll finish up sewing the rest of the book sleeves, and then we'll work on packing orders, and then we'll take them to town and get them mailed off on Friday. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. Bye. So it is still Wednesday. It's just the evening. I'm out in our living room editing last week's vlog. But I had to show you this goofball over here. Look at her, acting like she worked hard all day. Guess it's a hard job being cute, isn't it? Good morning, everybody. It's now Thursday. Today we are going to finish sewing sleeves. Oh, Luna's saying hi. Hang on just a second. Did you want to say good morning? Good morning. Good morning. See, I'm a sleepy girl. I miss my sunshine. She absolutely loves laying in the sunshine, so she pouts when there isn't any. But anyways, today we are going to finish sewing the book sleeves. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6 or 7 left. And then we're going to steam them all and then get everything all packed up. We should be all caught up on regular orders then. Sorry, Luna's whining. She wants her sunshine. We should be all caught up on regular orders then. The only thing we'll have left then is the big wholesale order for the author. And that has a bunch of charms as well as book sleeves. I do have a couple weeks to get that to her, but I do want to get it early. I don't like being late or even just close. I like to get things done early. That way everybody can enjoy their fun accessories. So I don't know if we'll get to that this week. I still have a little bit of paperwork to finish up for my quarterly taxes, which are due next Wednesday, I believe, the end of April here. So yeah, we'll maybe get to the book sleeves and charms this week. If not, definitely next week. And then I think that is all that we're gonna be doing today. It's about 10 o'clock now. I spent most of the morning working on the studio vlog from last week. I did work on it a little bit last night, as you saw. This morning, my husband had to get up early for farm work, so I thought I'm gonna sit on the couch and snuggle with Luna and work on the studio vlog. So hopefully I'll have that finished tonight. That way I can get that up for you guys. Yeah, let's get started sewing for the day. Luna found her little sliver of sunlight, so now she is content. Before we start sewing, I wanted to give a quick update on the audiobook we started yesterday. So it's The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. Super cute book. I'm surprised I didn't read this earlier. So it's about this librarian. She worked in a library in the Emperor's castle, if you will. And then some rebels came and set the castle on fire. So she saved some books, some spell books, along with her little spider plant friend. He's like a little magical spider plant. And they run away to the island where she grew up, and her family has a little cottage there. Sorry, Luna. But she's setting up a little spell shop, kind of undercover spell shop, if you will. But it is a super cute book. I can't wait to see what else happens in the story. It's giving me ideas for the Enchanted Garden collection coming up too. So if you haven't read it, I definitely recommend it. It's really cute. right, just back from a quick lunch break. As you can see, Luna and I definitely needed to go for a walk. It is so nice outside. Once we're done sewing here, we'll probably open up the windows. I usually don't like to have them open while sewing because it blows around a lot of the dust that the thread creates when it's spinning. But we'll open up the windows here shortly. That way you guys can hear all the birds and enjoy all the sunshine. But we just have a couple more sleeves left, so let's get those done and then we'll work on packing orders. All right, we've got the window open, fresh air coming in, all of the book sleeves sewn, so now it's time to pack everything up. That way we can take them to town tomorrow morning. right, friends, that's it for today. We got all of our orders packed. Tomorrow morning, we'll take them into town. I'll try and do a little recording. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how busy town is. It's a Friday, so sometimes it gets a little crazy. I need to go to the post office, stop at Hobby Lobby, pick up some groceries while I'm in town. So otherwise, we'll probably just see you when I get back from town. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful Friday morning. We are heading into town to drop off those orders and run a few errands, and then we'll be heading back home to do some paperwork. So we'll see you later. All right, friends, back home now. It is almost 3 o'clock at this point. As you can see, Luna is enjoying her sunshine. She'll probably be napping here. Actually, she's closing her eyes as I speak. But right now, I'm just finishing editing the vlog for last week, so I'm just getting ready to post that. I was going to do some paperwork this afternoon, but it sounds like they need some help around the farm here. We need to move some equipment around. They are in the process of seeding right now, so I probably won't be doing much paperwork today. I'll probably work on it a little bit over the weekend because my quarterly taxes, as I've mentioned several times, are due next Wednesday, and I have a couple weeks left I need to finish, so I will probably work on that over the next few days. I did have one more order come in when I got home today, just for some charms, so I'll probably pack that up over the weekend here too. That way I can take that to town when I go on Sunday. Sunday night I'm going to a ladies' night at a local Shields. It's kind of like a sporting goods store. Oh, here's Luna. She's gonna come help edit the vlog too. It's just kind of a fun thing Sunday night that I'm going to, so I'll be going back into town and can hopefully drop off that order then. You're gonna post our vlog here? Huh? But yeah, I'll work on getting last week's vlog up here in just a few minutes, and I hope you guys enjoy that as well. Oh, okay, I guess Luna's gonna help too. Friends, it is now Saturday. Today we're going to work for just a few hours since I took some time off yesterday to run errands and help move farm equipment. I'm just going to make up for it a little bit today. This morning we're going to pack a few orders that came in overnight, and then paperwork after that. But yeah, it's kind of a cold, windy day again, which is typical of North Dakota. So this afternoon, I just want to work on some projects around home. We're still in the process of unboxing things after moving. I still have a bunch of books and movies and things that are boxed up. So just going to work on some projects like that this afternoon. But yeah, let's get started on packing those orders right away. orders done. We have a few things that we need to do before starting paperwork. I need to vacuum. I need to print out more packed on YouTube stickers to put on orders. I have some fabric that I just washed that I had picked up when I was in town yesterday, so I need to fold that. And oh, and I need to restock crinkle paper that goes inside the boxes, you know, the packing crinkle paper. So let's do that real quick, and then I'll be on to paperwork. Also picked up some photo props when I was at Hobby Lobby. I thought these would be really cute for in the upcoming Enchanted Garden collection. I thought this would be a really fun background. It's just like a fake plant and it's super cute. I think I might use it in the office here somewhere too after doing photos. So I got that, and then I needed some cute butterflies, and then it wouldn't be enchanted without some fairy lights, right? So we'll be using those here the next couple weeks once products start arriving for the Enchanted Garden collection. All right, friends, it's now time for paperwork. I was gonna run those orders over to the little post office that's just a few miles away, but it has started to rain. So we'll see if it lets up. I didn't think it was supposed to rain this much today. If it lets up, we'll run those over to the post office here. If not, we're just gonna spend a little time doing some paperwork and getting things ready for next week. You want to say good morning? Good morning. She decided to venture out from her heated blanket. Yeah, she'll probably be there the rest of the day since it's raining and cold. Say good morning. Sorry if I'm a little disheveled. I had to run outside. I realized one of the rain gutters came loose, so I had to go get that fixed since it started pouring. But yeah, let's start on paperwork now, and let's get some of that done. That's it for this week's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed all of the behind the scenes content with packing orders and what goes into making all of the products. Next week, it's going to be a little bit more of a mellow week. We'll be finishing up paperwork and probably starting on that big wholesale order for my author. She's got book sleeves and charms, so we'll probably be starting on that. And then getting designs done for the Enchanted Garden collection that's coming up. So if you enjoy this kind of content, please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.